just got better, because The View is live. Ban backlash. Nationwide protests from airports to the SAG Awards.
This immigrant ban is a blemish and it is un-American.
Did one of Trump's biggest confidants admit they're targeting religion? And it was the racially charged murder that had America taking sides. The parents of Trayvon Martin share the story you haven't heard about the tragic death of their son. Plus, View Your Deal's giving you the Big O. We partnered with vendors for half off Oprah's latest batch of favorite things. The hottest topics start right now with Whoopi, Sunny Hostin, Joy Behar, Sarah Haynes, and Jedediah Bila. Now, let's get things started.
We first want to start by saying that our thoughts and prayers are with everyone impacted by the mosque attack in Quebec. But, you know, we're not going to tie this to anything except something really horrible that happened. And as facts come in, you know, we'll all see them and figure out what's going on.
Right.
And there's so much happening in the USA right now. This weekend, nationwide protests erupted in response to an immigration ban from 7 countries. The Trump team was quick to say it's not called a Muslim ban, but Rudy Giuliani must not have gotten that memo. Take a look.
Tell you the whole history of it. So when he first announced it, he said Muslim ban. He called me up, he said, put a commission together, show me the right way to do it legally. And what we did was we focused on, instead of religion, danger. The areas of the world that create danger for us, which is a factual basis, not a religious basis. Perfectly legal, perfectly sensible, and that's what the ban is based on.
So to be clear, he said Trump asked him about a Muslim ban.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I right? Is that what he said?
A legal one.
They figured out a way to do it legally.
And so this, you know, was one of his campaign promises, but his team had to know there would be a strong response to this. So what did they think was going to happen?
I think the issue is that Trump himself initially referred to it as a Muslim ban, and then if you remember during the campaign, he had to walk it back and then say, no, I'm talking about areas that are hotbeds of terrorism in particular. But if you look at the language of the executive order, it's not a Muslim ban because he's talking about 7 countries. There's over 40 Muslim countries that are not on the list. And he's talking about 7 countries that were flagged by the Obama administration as problematic.
Yes, but he never banned anybody. Let's just... Obama did not ban anybody. He identified...
They were on a list.
True, they were on the list as being an issue. And for me, when I looked at it, it wasn't shocking to me that an incoming president would look and say, these 7 countries are on a list for being a potential problem. Let's figure out why, and let's put a 90-day hold until we can figure out why, because the main issue is a lot of military generals have come out and said that it's very hard to figure out when you talk about refugees and when you talk about people who are coming into the country from hotbeds of terrorism. The process whereby we figure this out, we don't have the cooperation of those nations, and some of this misinformation is happening. So I don't blame him for saying,
let me ask
with
you about
respect
this.
to these,
Let me
but it
ask
should
you about
never be
this,
called a
because
Muslim
why?
ban.
Because, you know, if you say, but if they're Christians coming in, they'll be able to get in quicker, and you're talking about a Muslim country, how are you not going to think that's a Muslim ban? I mean, they're not saying, listen, we're open for Jewish refugees from this Muslim country. We're not. It doesn't say we're looking for Coptic refugees from this country. It sounds like we're banning Muslims. And the other question I have is why do that when there's no proof that anyone in the last 10 years, with the exception...
1975.
Okay, well, that I'm thinking, but I'm thinking the last 10 years, because people have a very short memory. So let's go 10 years back. Nobody from another country has come in here
From any of those countries.
And for from those countries, no illegal immigrant has come in here and shot anything up. It has all been homegrown terrorism, and so why aren't we looking at that?
But there are 3 countries that are not on the list.
Yes.
Where they have come to this country.
Yes. But
Saudi
they're not there.
Arabia, they were responsible for 9/11.
But they're not on the
And they're not on this list. So how do you explain that?
I can't explain it.
Yeah.
They should. that doesn't make any logical sense.
Because he has some businesses
Well,
there,
that could
Trump,
potentially
that's
be.
why.
We'll find out.
In regards to your first thing about why they mentioned Christians, and maybe Jed can clarify this, what I read about the idea of that is they would give precedent to people that are being religiously persecuted, which would be the minority religion.
But then
right?
why? But then why name it? Yes. Yes.
Because this is,
Because you're
in
not
my
supposed to
view,
do
when I look at it, it really is a Muslim ban shrouded by this national
Yes.
security rationale is what he's done, and that's illegal because you can't. The First Amendment makes it very clear that you can't show preference for one religion over another. It's the very foundation of our Constitution. And so I think what's going to happen, and Whoopi, you know, I was emailing back and forth with Whoopi this weekend. I was horrified by what I saw, but I was so proud to be a lawyer this weekend because if you saw, they were on the front lines. They were setting up shop at airports. They were typing. I was getting emails from so many of my former federal prosecutor friends. They were like, if you're licensed over here, go to this airport, Sonny, do this, do that. It was really incredible. But I think that lawyers now are going to go back to court, going to go back to federal court, and basically say this is a Muslim ban and this is why. And they're going to show Rudy Giuliani's statement. And that's like Exhibit A. Exhibit A.
The other question that I have is we have complained, right? They have complained on the right a lot to people sneaking into the country, so all these people who actually went the right route, green card, got all these things done. And they can't come in either. So
that's the problem.
To me, this is sloppy. And
It is
as
sloppy.
much as they want to say, you know, we did this, you know, we knew what we were doing. It does not seem like they knew what they were doing. It's a little reckless.
There are reports on that they didn't go through the proper channels of notifying people. I agree with you. When you talk about green cards, those are people who actually followed the legal mechanism.
My husband has a green card. He can't leave the country?
There should have been protections written in. When you put out an executive order, absolutely they should have put protections in for people who have green cards. Those are people oftentimes that are, you know, interpreters. I mean, those are people that are very, very valuable in many ways.
Because there are some interpreters and people that have pretty much, it would be a death sentence to go home because they're seen as traitors that are here.
But instead of taking the time to ensure that those people were safe, those people a lot of them have been sent back.
Well, and sloppy execution of this, which might not have been thought through, can be the difference of life or death for some of these people that are being put
All I know is everything that Donald Trump is doing is making the world a less safe place. That is the bottom line of this administration. Every single thing he's doing. And just on a personal note, I have been stress eating. I gained 2 pounds. From this annoying, whatever it is he's doing, the doomsday clock. More people in Canada now are going berserk. I mean, there's no place to go even.
And there's not enough food to eat.
My question was, is it not possible, if the Obama administration set these 7 countries up as targets for travel restrictions, is it not possible...
That's a different thing.
But
they identified those countries.
But here's my question.
They didn't set them up for bans.
If they identified it, if they identified those specific 7 countries, and you have a new administration coming in and saying, let's find out why this happened.
Hold on to that thought.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Coming up, celebs take a stand. A dozen stars used the podium at the SAG Awards to bash the immigration ban. But could this do more harm than good? Still ahead, Oprah's all over View Your Deal. We partnered with vendors for half off Oprah's latest batch of favorite things. Plus, the parents of Trayvon Martin open up about how the tragic death of their son exposed the racial divide in America, and if they think it'll get any better under President Trump.
So So we're back. So you were about to say something, and we had to go to break.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that because when you have a new administration coming in, they gain access to information they didn't have before. And I'm just wondering if the fact that the Obama administration had listed these particular 7 countries as potentially problematic, and these are the exact same 7 countries that now he's saying put a 90-day hold, not a ban, he can't permanently ban anybody, put a 90-day hold until we review it. I'm wondering if that wasn't a factor in his decision-making.
You know what?
It's not a Muslim ban, though. If it were a Muslim ban,
a Muslim
every
ban.
Muslim majority
like
country would be banned.
Is not alt-right. You know what I mean? It's a Muslim ban. That's what it is.
Giuliani said
But and here's the other thing.
That's not what it is.
How can we ban Muslims legally?
But in action, if you were going to ban all Muslims, you would ban all Muslims from Muslim-majority countries, and these are 7
Unless you
countries.
have business interests in those countries.
Well, that's
There's 40 countries.
my curiosity.
I'm just saying it doesn't match up.
The biggest thing I was curious about was how Saudi Arabia did not make this list, or Pakistan.
Pakistan.
Those
That's
two,
right.
I mean, but I haven't heard an explanation.
No, there isn't one.
They're not gonna give it either.
And also, you know, come on. You know, he's doing what he said he would do. This is a lot of grandstanding, but the bottom line is, if it was about safety, then let's make America safe from within.
I agree with
because
you.
if you're going to... You know, if you're going to talk about terrorists, we got a lot of homegrown terrorists.
It's true.
Yeah.
And that has been basically who's been shooting up the clubs and the
Newtown,
on the
Connecticut.
you know, where the soldiers are. The bases.
The army bases, yeah.
That's all homegrown. That's not anybody coming from anywhere else. And whether you like Trump or not, that is a fact. And just to say, I'm shocked that they do anything that, you know, Obama might have pointed out. As you know, they've not been very...
They like to blame him.
They blame him for
they're
everything.
using him
So,
now.
I mean, the bottom line is,
But you know what? Here's the other. You talk to that point about how unsafe he's been.
Yeah.
All of this banning that he's doing is recruiting more ISIS terrorism. That is the bottom line of this particular thing that he's doing. Don't you think they're using this?
And you know what's interesting?
They're using this against
I'm
us.
sure they are, but a lot of people say that those people who are intent on killing people who stand for freedom, and by that I mean Americans or any democracy that stands for freedom, are going to do it anyway.
Yeah, but
they
they
don't
can
need
recruit.
The incentive is that
They're
can't stand what we
recruiting new
stand
people.
for.
But to
Forget
Whoopi's
about
That's
point,
why he has to be careful and not blanket statement everything for a religion and say and target it to appropriate places. But I think in his mind, that's what he was doing, because
What do
these
you mean
7 countries...
what do you mean they're against everything we stand for? What does that mean?
I'm saying radical...
That's changing radically, because we don't have a democracy pretty soon, so they won't have to worry about it.
Radical Islamic extremists stand against our Constitution.
Wait. I can't hear anything anybody's saying, so go ahead.
Well, I'm responding to that they attack us because they hate what we stand for. What does that mean?
We stand for freedom. Our Constitution stands for Bannon is a political appointee. His job is a political appointee, and it's known that you don't want political appointees in those national security meetings because you don't want national security decisions to be based on politics. So conservatives had a problem when David Axelrod just sat in on some of those meetings. He didn't have a formal title, and it was with good reason. So I hope those same conservatives will now stand up and say this guy should not be in those meetings.
Well, let's see. Can we hear him?
Yeah. I'm waiting.
I don't think it's a coincidence when he announced this, which was it was buried. It was buried on the weekend. We were all looking somewhere else.
Friday afternoon around 4. So we got to start watching his ass at Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock. We'll be right back. Friday afternoon around 4.
Next, Trayvon Martin's parents share the story you haven't heard about losing their son and gaining the strength to launch a movement to get real on race relations in America.
So I'm not asking for anything, any extra favors. I'm just asking for what you would ask for as a parent. I know I cannot bring my baby back, but I'm sure going to make changes so that this does not happen to another family.
It's been 5 years since Trayvon Martin, an unarmed 17-year-old, was shot and killed by a self-appointed neighborhood watchman who was acquitted of any charges, igniting a national outrage. But Trayvon's story lives on in a new book, Rest in Power, The Enduring Life of Trayvon Martin, written by his parents, Sabrina Fulton and Tracy Martin. Good to see y'all. Welcome. Welcome. So next month marks 5 years. Time moving. And y'all have written this amazing book called Rest in Power, A Parent's Story of Love, Injustice, and the Birth of a Movement. What made you decide that this was the time? How did you, what said to you, we need to put this down on paper, explain what went on?
Initially, one of our attorneys mentioned to us to just jot down some notes because we might possibly write a book. But we never even envisioned writing a book. We never even had a desire to write a book. And we were still healing. It was still, you know, very raw and very painful, and we just couldn't do it. And so maybe about 2.5 years ago, the idea came back to us again and about a book, and we were like, you know, we talked about it and we decided that we would start writing it, and we did, and it took 2.5 years later to get the book written and published and reviewed, and you know, it's our feelings about how parents feel when they lose a child.
Right.
Tracy, George Zimmerman has not kept a low profile since the acquittal. He's had multiple run-ins with the law. He also recently tried to auction off the gun that was used. How does it feel, or how does it sit with you that he's out there right now?
It's a bad feeling because we live with this every day. It's been almost 5 years to this day for you guys, but for us as parents, it's been 1,800 days, and that's how much we miss him, because we keep up exactly with everything that's going on. So just for him to be out doing the things that he do, and knowing that our son is deceased and no longer with us, is troublesome.
Yes. And Sabrina, you always said you wanted to find it in your heart to forgive. Do you still feel that way?
I absolutely feel that way. I haven't gotten to that point yet to forgive because, like I said, even though the calendar says it's been 5 years, it doesn't feel like 5 years. There's still a big hole in my heart. And I'm not there yet. But I certainly know in order for me to move along with my healing, it has to be some type of forgiveness, but I'm just not there yet.
I was in the courtroom with you guys every single day. It's good to see you again. I remember sitting in the courtroom, and Trayvon, your son, was painted out to be this thug in a hoodie, and I learned so many things about him. Can you share with our viewers who your son really, really is?
He was very, very affectionate. He was a mama's boy. I tell people that all the time, even though he probably wouldn't want me to say it. He was very affectionate. He was the average teenager. He liked to listen to music. He did everything for me. You'll see in the book he called me Cupcake, and that's because I would pretend that I couldn't do anything, and because I knew he would do it for me. And so I really miss those times. I really miss, like, when I'm sick, he tried to make soup and do all of those things. When I pull up in the driveway, he would run out to get my grocery. I just miss those things about him. And it's just unfortunate that at 17, he lost his life.
What about the dreams that he had? Those dreams.
He definitely had plenty of dreams. He had hopes becoming an aviation mechanic, doing aviation things, and his dream was cut short. What the book goes in detail about how he went with Barrington Arrington to start his aviation career as a young man, and those are some of the character witnesses that attest to who he was and that didn't really get to come out in court. And so in the book, we go in detail of who exactly Trayvon was.
Right. And now, you know, we've seen this more times than I think anybody ever anticipated, with the various people who have lost their lives to, you know, stupidity. You know, that's the only way I can describe it. And so out of this comes this amazing movement called Black Lives Matter. So when you see these things continue to happen, what is it you want to say to people? What do you think will be the thing that will stop both sides, both police and anyone who's doing something, to take a beat? What can you say to people about taking a beat before they do?
I think we start with becoming more diversified as a country, and start understanding each other. In order for us to understand each other, we have to sit down and be able to talk with each other. I don't know how you live in your household if I don't sit down and converse with you. So it starts with dialogue and starts with understanding each other.
I think we have to go a step further, too, and we need to put prayer back in this country. This country needs a lot of prayer. And so a lot of times these tragedies happen because it's not a story for us. It's a tragedy because our life doesn't just go on.
Right.
Our life stopped on that day and it was interrupted. But I think by us doing the work that we're doing, that we're helping other families. We're helping people who have not lost a child to senseless gun violence or illness or accident, who have not lost a child, to kind of be compassionate to the ones that have, so that they can show some action and participate and do some things.
And you guys wrote this book, Rest in Power, to honor your son, but what else are you doing to keep his memory alive?
Well, we're definitely very active with the foundation. Sabrina, of course, has Circle of Mothers, what she bring in mothers and help restore their hope and their faith. And I have a program called Circle of Fathers, which we bring the men in and we educate them on everything from mental health illness in our communities to, because we're plagued with mental health issues that we don't understand. Our young women getting pregnant at the age of 13 or 14, those are mental health issues. Yeah. And so we bring the fathers in and we teach them all of these different situations, and we want them to go back in their communities and be a part of their communities and be a voice and be heard. And that way, get control of our young men and young women, and that way we can solve some of our issues.
I hear that you were very, very vocal with Hillary Clinton, supporting her, and I hear you may be interested in perhaps running for office.
That was a question. That was a question that one reporter asked, and I answered it, and I kind of threw myself and Tracy into the political arena. Right. But what we're doing now, that's more of a long-term goal. We're just trying to just explore the positions that are available and how we can help our community, how we can help Florida, and how we can help this country. So we're just looking right now at what positions we need to have an eye on so that we can make changes and changing the laws and changing people's mindset and attitudes and things like that.
All right, well, you know, unless we involve ourselves, this is never going to stop happening.
Yeah.
This is never going to stop happening unless we all make this decision. White, black, Asian, whatever color you can imagine, that's what we're talking about. Thank y'all for coming and talking to us. Rest in Power, The Enduring Life of Trayvon Martin is out tomorrow. And you know what, y'all? You're each getting a copy of this. Okay? You're getting a copy. We'll be right back.
Next, view your deals feeling the Oprah effect. We partnered with vendors for half off her latest batch of favorite things.
Is one with the Oprah seal of approval. And today we partnered with vendors for 50% off her latest batch of favorite things while supplies last. So here to show them off, welcome back the creative director of O Magazine, Adam Glassman.
Thank you. Hi. Happy New Year. New Year, new us.
Yes.
Really, I'm going to start off with my new favorite find.
I love them.
These are from Franny Goldie. I
have
call
them on.
Magic pants. You have them on. Literally, they make you look one size smaller than you are.
It's like built-in thigh gap.
Aren't they amazing? They
Yeah.
look like classic trousers. No zipper, no side seams, elastic waistband that you don't even know is elastic.
I love them.
You know
They're
what's
actually
great?
really
When you're
comfortable.
picking up your kid and you bend over, nothing will show. So that is super great.
You're right.
Yep.
Nothing
And
happened.
They're sized from size 2 to 20. So there's a black pant for everyone out there.
I like
Originally,
that.
they are $118. Today, they're going to be 50% off at $59. These are great pants.
These are great.
Yes, these are great pants.
That's a pair of pants you wear too many times, and then you're like, I gotta get a second.
I know. Now, you are wearing this fabulous chic wrap from Merci. This is really beautiful. Forget a pashmina, this is the new thing. Honestly, you can wear this on a plane. You can wear this to dinner. You can wear it as a beach cover-up in the linen. 3 different styles. You put them in the washing machine. This is a great investment.
This one has pockets.
This one has pockets. Totally great. It's a great investment piece. You fold it up and you put it in a little bag and you're ready to go.
Oh, those are cute.
Totally cute. Originally $110 to $120. Today 50% off from $55 to $60.
Great. If it's good enough for Oprah, Adam.
It's good enough for you and the entire audience. Literally. Now, this is something every woman needs in their wardrobe. Slimming tanks and bottoms. This is the time of year that you want to look at your lingerie drawer, reassess, update with wardrobe staples.
Yeah.
These are wardrobe staples that shape you and are comfortable.
Basics, good basics are hard to come by.
Absolutely. The tops are incredible because the fabric absorbs your body heat, it stores it, and then it will release it when you need it. So you can wear these in the winter, layered underneath sweaters.
Yeah.
And you can wear them alone when the weather gets warmer.
They're so
the
cute.
bottoms are super great because they tuck your tummy, lift your tush,
Oy!
and they make all your clothes look smoother. So this is Yummy by Heather Thompson. Originally $18 to $36. Today it's going to be $9 to $18.
That's great.
Stock up. Really, stock up.
Wow.
Okay. You know,
I love
I'm crazy.
product.
I love product too, especially anti-aging skincare. This is incredible. From Dr. Nicholas Perricone.
He's so good.
He is so good. This is a high-end department store brand, 11 different SKUs, from cleansers to eye creams, to moisturizers, masks. I have to tell you, the Plasma Eye Cream is incredible. It tightens right underneath your eyes.
Plasma in a day?
Plasma.
The
No, it
plasma eye
tightens
cream.
your eyes. It really works. Super great. Our beauty editors have given it a beauty award 2 years in a row. So, keep in mind it's a high-end line. Normally the prices are $45 to $162, but today it's going to be $22.50 to $81, plus free shipping.
Oh, wow.
Free shipping. It's a great
And you
buy.
get a set, or is it a...
No, everything is individual, so
Okay.
you choose
It's
whatever
a la
works
carte.
for your a la carte for all skin tones and all skin needs.
Love that.
Okay, from Rita Hazan, who is hair colorist to the stars. She really is the queen of hair color.
Yes.
She does Beyonce, she does J-Lo, she does Christy Brinkley. She has products that give you that look like you've just left the salon. So, this is gonna be your best friend. I'm telling you, it's a Root touch-up spray. 5 different shades that comes in. So you know those times
Oh, so just
in
get the-
between doing your hair color
Yes.
and you show a little gray.
And you start to have a little crown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You put this on, it's waterproof. It will not rub off on your sheets. It doesn't sweat off when you're at the gym. It's really great. This is gonna be
And how long does it
incredible.
last? It's a
And
little
it will
touch-
last all day long until
Oh,
you
that's
shampoo
great.
it out. Then we have a glossing shampoo that has a hint of tint. It adds color vibrancy, so your hair color will stay great the whole month long. And then you have a weekly remedy that really repairs dull hair.
Oh, that kind of gives it a
Oh,
lift.
yeah. You know, like when your hair looks a little straw-like?
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
you
yeah.
want glorious locks?
touch.
That's it.
What are we talking, price?
$25 to $42. Today, $12.50 to $21. 50%.
That's great.
These are great. These are great. Okay. These are not your ordinary drugstore
No,
readers.
they aren't. Look
These
at
are
this.
peepers. These are the most stylish, fashionable
whoa,
ones
whoa.
out there. Okay. They come in different strengths.
Clearly.
Oprah loves her glasses. She made these favorite things this year. They come in all these colors. The price is so good. You should have them in every room, all your bags.
So cute. You should
Match-
leave them by your book and everything.
Absolutely, but also you can match your outfit to your eyeglasses. Normally, they are $22. Today, they are $11, 50% off. How cute are these?
These are so
That
cute.
is great. Totally great.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
You
Really
definitely want to
fun.
match the right one for
Totally,
your eyes.
yes.
No, but you have something else, a little surprise
I
you're
have a
working
little
on.
surprise because all summer long, Oprah and I worked on her new cookbook that's just out right now. And I have to tell you, this is more than a cookbook. It's really part memoir, part cookbook because we all know about Oprah's lifelong struggle with
Yes.
food.
She loves
This-
bread.
She loves bread, she loves pasta. But she's come up with recipes with some of her favorite chefs that do not deprive you. But you can count points with this or you could just eat healthy. So it's really a fabulous cookbook. It's really beautiful. I love the turkey chili.
Well, this is like, people are going to get jealous. Should we just like maybe give them one?
Yes, let's.
Our thanks to Adam Gossman. The clock is ticking. People, you have 24 hours to grab any of these exclusive deals. And members of the audience are not only going home with Oprah's new cookbook, Food, Health, and Happiness, but also a copy of O Magazine. And we'll be right back. That was...
I said the head of Homeland Security would run the organization called Breitbart. I met Steve Bannon, Trump's chief strategist, and he did say the Nazis, not the Jews. Have a great day. Take a little time to enjoy the view.